Welcome to A One Storyteller, where every story unfolds like a masterpiece painting revealing layers of human emotion and unexpected twists that keep you hooked until the very end. Today we bring you a tale that dives deep into the world of corporate secrets, hidden identities, and the raw, unfiltered truth about what happens behind closed doors. This is a story about power, vulnerability, and the moments that change lives forever. So sit back, relax, and let us take you on a journey that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about leadership, loyalty, and the true meaning of success. Our story begins in the bustling heart of downtown, where towering skyscrapers cast long shadows over the streets below. Among these giants stands a retail chain known for its sleek modern design and impeccable customer service. The company has grown exponentially over the past decade thanks to its innovative strategies and relentless pursuit of excellence. But behind the polished facade lies a world of challenges, pressures, and secrets waiting to be uncovered. At the helm of this empire is Jonathan Reed, a man whose name has become synonymous with success and ambition. Known for his sharp mind and even sharper suits, Jonathan has built his career on making tough decisions and pushing boundaries. But today, he is about to embark on an adventure that will test everything he believes in. Dressed in a simple pair of jeans and a hoodie, Jonathan steps into one of his stores, blending seamlessly with the crowd of shoppers. His mission is clear: to experience firsthand the day-to-day operations and uncover any issues that might be lurking beneath the surface. As he walks through the aisles, observing the interactions between employees and customers, he feels a sense of pride in what he has created. But little does he know that this visit will reveal more than just operational insights. It will expose truths that could shake the very foundation of his empire. The store buzzes with activity as employees move swiftly, restocking shelves and assisting customers with bright smiles and cheerful greetings. Jonathan watches intently, noting the efficiency and professionalism that have become hallmarks of his brand. But as he turns a corner heading toward the stockroom, his attention is drawn to a conversation taking place just a few feet away. Two employees, unaware of his presence, are engaged in a heated discussion, their voices low but filled with intensity. Jonathan freezes mid-step, his curiosity piqued by the urgency in their tones. Peering around the edge of a display shelf, he sees Sarah, a seasoned employee known for her dedication and work ethic, standing beside Mark, a newer addition to the team. Both wear expressions of frustration and concern, their body language tense as they exchange words. Jonathan's heart races as he realizes the gravity of the situation. These are not just idle complaints or casual gossip. The conversation unfolding before him holds the potential to reshape his understanding of the company he has poured his life into. As Jonathan listens intently, trying to piece together the fragments of their dialogue, he becomes acutely aware of the weight of his position. Standing there incognito, he feels a mix of vulnerability and responsibility wash over him. The words being spoken are not directed at him, but they carry implications that strike at the core of his leadership and vision. For a moment he considers stepping forward, revealing his identity, and addressing the concerns head-on. But something holds him back. Perhaps the need to understand fully before acting, or maybe the fear of confronting uncomfortable truths. Whatever the reason, he remains rooted to the spot, absorbing every word like a sponge soaking up water. The air crackles with tension as Sarah leans closer to Mark, her voice barely above a whisper yet charged with emotion. "I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this, Mark," she confesses, her hands trembling slightly as she adjusts a stack of merchandise. "It's not just the hours or the pay anymore. It's the way they treat us, like we're disposable, like our opinions don't matter." Mark nods solemnly, his jaw tightening as he processes her words. "I've only been here a few months, but I already feel it too," he replies, his tone laced with frustration. "Every time we try to speak up about improvements or changes, they shut us down without even listening. It's like they forget we're the ones on the front lines dealing with customers every day." Jonathan's stomach churns as he absorbs their grievances, each word striking a chord deep within him. He had always prided himself on fostering an open environment where employees felt valued and heard, yet here were two of his own expressing feelings of neglect and disillusionment. Their words paint a picture starkly different from the image he had cultivated in board meetings and executive briefings. As he listens further, he begins to see cracks in the foundation of his carefully constructed empire, cracks he had either ignored or failed to notice amidst the whirlwind of growth and success. Sarah continues, her voice growing stronger despite the risk of being overheard. Remember last month when management decided to cut staff during the holiday rush? They said it was to improve efficiency, but all it did was burn us out. We were working double shifts covering for positions that should have been filled. And for what? So they could save a few bucks? Mark shakes his head in agreement, adding, and then there's the new scheduling system. It's supposed to be streamlined, but it's a nightmare. Half the time we don't even know our shifts until the night before. How are we supposed to plan our lives around that? Each revelation hits Jonathan like a punch to the gut, forcing him to confront the disconnect between his intentions and their reality. He recalls the meetings where these decisions were made, the charts and graphs presented to justify cost-cutting measures and operational efficiencies. At the time, they had seemed logical, even necessary. But now, standing here listening to the human impact of those choices, he realizes how far removed he had become from the people who make his business thrive. As the conversation continues, Jonathan finds himself grappling with a storm of emotions. Guilt for not seeing these issues sooner, shame for allowing such discontent to fester, and determination to set things right. He knows that simply stepping forward and addressing their concerns in this moment would be insufficient. The depth of the problem requires more than a quick fix or empty promises. It demands a fundamental shift in how he approaches leadership and values the contributions of those who dedicate their days to serving his vision. Taking a deep breath, Jonathan forces himself to remain calm and composed despite the turmoil brewing inside. He knows that reacting impulsively could jeopardize the opportunity to truly understand the scope of the issue. Instead, he focuses on listening intently, capturing every nuance of their conversation, storing away details that will later inform his actions. Once the initial shock subsides, he begins to formulate a plan, mentally cataloging the key points raised by Sarah and Mark. Each grievance serves as a piece of a larger puzzle, one that he must solve if he hopes to restore trust and rebuild the fractured relationship between management and staff. With newfound clarity, Jonathan resolves to use this experience as a catalyst for change. He understands that true leadership involves not just making decisions from an ivory tower, but actively engaging with those on the ground, hearing their voices and valuing their perspectives. As he stands there, still concealed in his undercover guise, he makes a silent vow to himself to transform the culture of his employees, and starting with acknowledging the valid concerns of his employees and working collaboratively to implement meaningful solutions. The weight of Jonathan's realization presses heavily upon him as he contemplates the path forward. Returning to his office, he spends hours poring over reports and data, seeking patterns that align with the grievances voiced by Sarah and Mark. What he discovers is both enlightening and disheartening. Employee turnover rates have been climbing steadily over the past year, particularly among frontline staff. Exit interviews reveal recurring themes of dissatisfaction with management, communication, and work-life balance. Meanwhile, customer satisfaction scores, while still high, show subtle declines in areas related to staff attentiveness and enthusiasm. Armed with this information, Jonathan decides to take immediate action, but not in the traditional top-down manner he had previously employed. Instead, he initiates a series of town hall meetings, inviting employees from all levels of the organization to share their experiences and suggestions openly. At first, participation is hesitant, many workers skeptical of whether their voices will truly be heard. But as Jonathan listens attentively, taking notes and asking thoughtful follow-up questions, a shift begins to occur. People start speaking more freely, sharing not only their frustrations, but also innovative ideas for improvement. One particular suggestion catches Jonathan's attention, a proposal to implement flexible scheduling software that allows employees greater control over their work hours. Recognizing the potential benefits, he fast-tracks the implementation process, ensuring that training sessions are conducted to familiarize staff with the new system. Simultaneously, he establishes a mentorship program, pairing experienced employees with newer hires to foster better communication and support networks within teams. These changes, however, are just the beginning. Jonathan understands that sustainable transformation requires consistent effort and genuine commitment. To demonstrate his dedication, he begins making regular, unannounced visits to various store locations, no longer hiding behind disguises, but instead engaging directly with employees and their employees, or customers alike. During these visits, he doesn't merely observe but actively participates in daily operations, learning firsthand the challenges faced by his workforce. This hands-on approach earns him respect and trust as employees witness their CEO rolling up his sleeves and working alongside them. The impact of these initiatives becomes increasingly evident over time. Employee morale improves significantly, reflected in higher retention rates and more positive feedback during performance reviews. Customer interactions become warmer and more personalized, leading to noticeable increases in repeat business and positive online reviews. Even financial metrics begin showing favorable trends, as reduced turnover costs and enhanced productivity contribute to healthier bottom lines. Yet perhaps the most profound change occurs within Jonathan himself. Through his journey of self-discovery and adaptation, he evolves from a distant figurehead into a compassionate leader who genuinely values the human element of his business. His perspective shifts from viewing employees as resources to recognizing them as partners in success. This transformation influences every decision he makes going forward, as he prioritizes creating an environment where everyone feels empowered to contribute their best. Months pass, and the ripple effects of Jonathan's efforts continue to spread throughout the organization. The once strained atmosphere gives way to a vibrant community of engaged professionals, eager to innovate and excel. Together they celebrate milestones, both big and small, from individual achievements to collective successes. Each victory reinforces the belief that when people feel valued and supported, extraordinary things can happen. As the sun sets, casting a warm golden glow over the city skyline, Jonathan stands outside his flagship store, watching as employees and customers interact with renewed energy and enthusiasm. He reflects on the journey that brought him here, from the moment he stood frozen in the aisle, listening to Sarah and Mark's heartfelt conversation, to the transformative steps he took to address their concerns. The road was not easy, fraught with challenges and moments of doubt, but the outcome speaks for itself. This story serves as a powerful reminder that true leadership is not about maintaining control or preserving appearances. It's about having the courage to listen to uncomfortable truths and the humility to adapt when necessary. It's about recognizing that success is not measured solely by profits and market share, but by the positive impact one has on the lives of others. Whether you're a CEO running a multinational corporation or a manager overseeing a small team, the lessons learned from Jonathan's experience resonate universally. Here at A1 Storyteller, we believe that every story holds the potential to inspire change and spark meaningful conversations. We hope that Jonathan's journey has touched you as deeply as it has touched us, and that it encourages you to reflect on your own leadership style or workplace dynamics. Perhaps you've encountered similar situations in your professional life, or maybe you're inspired to approach challenges with fresh eyes. Regardless, we invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's continue this dialogue together, because sometimes the most powerful stories are those that challenge us to grow and evolve. If you enjoyed this narrative, please consider subscribing to our channel for more thought-provoking tales that explore the complexities of human nature and organizational dynamics. Your support enables us to keep bringing you high-quality content that entertains, educates, and inspires. Until next time, remember that every story has the power to change perspectives and shape futures. Thank you for joining us on this remarkable journey, and we look forward to welcoming you back soon.